Tonight, part 2 of our Defenders exclusive. Last night, we showed you the video of a mother forced to deliver her baby on a dirty jail floor.
And now that mother is sharing her story with our Kevin Dietz.
Jessica Preston calls it the most terrifying day of her life. It is a very personal story that is very difficult to tell. She's telling it tonight so that no one ever has to go through what she went through again.
There you go.
Jessica Preston adores her baby boy.
And tomatoes and strawberries.
She had been keeping the details of Elijah's birth a secret out of embarrassment, but she cannot anymore.
I wouldn't want that happening to my worst enemy. That is why I am telling the story.
Elijah was born on a dirty floor mat on the floor of a Macomb County Jail cell. A dangerous delivery that never would have happened if only jail medical staff would have let her go to the hospital. The birth is on video, and Jessica Preston is walking you through it. A bold decision to bring attention to what she calls a lack of human dignity at the Macomb County Jail.
When I started laying on the floor, I said, please don't let me have this baby in here. I said, please just call an ambulance. I pushed him out right on the floor. Ultimately, I mean, I was just at this point in complete shock. I could not believe that it had just happened that way. So I'm at this point still just terribly concerned and just wanting to get to the hospital to make sure that I can be physically checked by a real doctor. You would know that I'm okay. I could hear him crying. You know, he was small. He was under 5 pounds, 17 inches long.
The story begins a few days earlier in the city of Warren. Jessica is pulled over because she has a rosary hanging from a rearview mirror. The officer says the cross and beads are an obstruction of view.
I wasn't speeding. I wasn't driving recklessly.
But Jessica is driving on a suspended license. At 8 months pregnant, she is arrested and sent to see a judge.
She gave me a very high bond, even though it was my first driving on a suspended. She gave me a very high bond.
Pay a $10,000 cash bond or sit in jail for 14 days when her hearing is scheduled. On her 5th day in jail, the baby is coming.
About 7:30, you press a little button and it buzzes their tower, and I told the deputies, I said, I'm the one that's, 8 months pregnant in here, and I think I'm in labor, and I need, to go down to medical.
On camera, we see Jessica walk into medical, where she sees a nurse. There is no audio with this video. Jessica tells me they do not believe her.
We don't believe you. We think you're lying.
On camera, we see Jessica leave medical, back to the D block. She says their other inmates were worried about her.
One of them got a cool washcloth on my forehead, was dabbing my forehead.
She says around 11:30, she hits the buzzer again. Again, we see her on camera walking to medical. There's no audio, only video.
And I was called a liar and told to knock my crap off or that they could put another charge on me.
Again, Jessica returns to her cell, but 90 minutes later, she will be back. Blood is running down her leg, so the deputy has her pack up and has her carry her belongings to a new cell adjacent to medical. We see Jessica lay down, but not for long. Soon, she yells for help. When the nurse arrives, the baby is already crowning. It's too late for an ambulance. Her son Elijah will be born right here on the jail floor.
It's beautiful and amazing and wouldn't trade him for the world, but it is a constant reminder. Every time I see him, I can remember how awful it was to feel that way, to be, treated like you don't matter, don't exist.
3 separate times Jessica asked for help, said her baby was coming. No one believed her.
I should have gone first thing in the morning, but when I come to you bleeding, 8 months pregnant and bleeding, you go to the hospital.
And Jessica's story does not end there. After she was checked out at the hospital, she was ordered by a judge to go back to jail and finish serving her 14-day sentence. Baby Elijah went home with Dad. Our investigation continues tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. on Local 4. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
And if you're with us earlier this evening, our Dr. Frank McGeorge talked about how many different complications come up from giving birth in a surrounding like that.
Yeah, she's brave for coming forward and telling her story, too.